Good morning everyone, hope you're well. I'm Lara, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm all about helping people live healthy, happy and free. And I just wanted to share something quickly with you. On Saturday I watched That Sugar film, so it's called That Sugar Film, and it has been one of the most eye-opening documentaries that I've ever watched, so I really highly recommend it to everyone. And one of the things that really stood out to me, so basically it's done by a guy that it's based in Australia, and in Australia the average adult has 40 teaspoons of sugar on a daily basis in their diet. So what this guy did, so the guy who did the documentary, over the course of 2 months, over 60 days, he was on a mission to eat 40 teaspoons of sugar every single day. Now what was so interesting about this film, documentary, and what really stood out to me is that he didn't go out and eat sweets and chocolates and cakes and biscuits, the things that we might consider to be sugar fueled. For the 60 days that he did it, he only ate what was considered healthy foods, so healthy foods that are marketed in our supermarkets, same in the UK as it is in Australia, as healthy foods. So he ate low-fat yogurts, he had cereal, he had chicken with sauces on it, he ate juices, so healthy juices. And so each day he had to have these 40 teaspoons of sugar. Over the course of 60 days, he was very closely monitored by doctors. So there was a nutritionist, there was a blood doctor who was checking his bloods, a GP, and other medical practitioners just to see what the effect was. So they did all the before tests, and he was pretty healthy, had a pretty sugar-free diet to begin with. And then over 60 days, he was eating this 40 teaspoons every single day, in the form of healthy foods. And I was so shocked by the outcome, as were all the medical practitioners as well. So over the course of the 60 days, he became totally addicted to sugar. So he showed signs of a real addiction in that he would feel really high after he had the sugar, and then he'd feel great for about 45 minutes and have this huge crash and only feel good again after he had more sugar in his diet, which means that it massively affected his mood. So he was really moody. Also, by the end of the 60 days, he was showing signs of fatty liver. So his liver had been massively affected. And the doctor that was monitoring him said he'd never seen such a massive effect that shows so clearly that sugar can result in that. He also put on a stone. So again, bear in mind, these are healthy foods, healthy, I say that in inverted commas, healthy foods. And he put on a stone over the time. He just felt awful, really lethargic, addicted, and just putting on all that weight as well, and round the middle as well. So round the middle, so round his stomach, that's where he put the weight on. And they tried to keep everything consistent, so he still did the same amount of exercise and everything. The only thing that changed was his diet. Now, it really struck a chord with me because he was eating what is considered healthy food. So yesterday I did a little mission, and I went around the house and I looked at all the things that we eat, and I consider our house to be pretty sugar-free. But I looked at all the things that either we eat or I give to my kids, and I was actually really shocked with the results. So one of the things, Xanthi has some raisins on her cereal every morning, so I actually make my own homemade granola, which is very healthy, full of nuts and seeds, and I put some raisins on it. 5 raisins have the equivalent of 1 teaspoon of sugar. 1 teaspoon. The other thing that I occasionally give the kids as snacks are those yo-yos, which is basically dried fruit. 1 pack of yo-yos, 2 teaspoons of sugar. I talk about this a lot, have a little bit of a sugar, well, I love chocolate, and I really only eat dark chocolates. I went and had a look at the chocolate that I eat, and I eat these little dark chocolate buttons, so they're really quite small. 4 of those, which are tiny, have the equivalent of 1 teaspoon of sugar. And the other thing that we have, or the kids eat, is some yogurts. Now they're sugar-free yogurts, but they have pureed fruit in them. 1 tiny yogurt, so they're like the size of the petit filou, like really, really small, has 1 teaspoon of sugar in. So it actually really highlighted how easy it is, without really knowing it, and forget like chocolates and sweets and cakes and biscuits, this is in really healthy food. So I thought I would share that to you because it's been really eye-opening to me, and I really recommend watching that film. It's really very interesting. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye.